everyone, just letting you know today is a special episode of Wednesdays We Craft. I'm not going to do the usual thing where I lay out the supplies and everything I used because these bookshelves were specific to our home, so we had to measure it out. So what applies to our home may not necessarily apply to yours. So this week's been pretty cool. This week's been pretty fun because my husband had to stay home from work for a week, and I'm so glad that I got to have him here because we got so much done. We worked on the garden outside, and then we made this bookshelf. It's been a pretty good week. He was a reluctant guest star this week, so you're gonna see a couple things where he's like, oh gosh, but he means well. He's a sweetheart. Yay! I hope you enjoy. Here's one he made for me a couple years ago. So now it's gonna go right here. Excited. Okay, so I'm a little late to filming because I originally wasn't going to make this into an episode, but I changed my mind. So I'm making a bookshelf. Well, me and my husband. Thank goodness. So he had a great idea to make paper for the back and kind of stencil out where the plug-in and the light fixture are going to be. So we're going to have holes. So this is the back, and it's 86 tall by 36 or 32 wide. So 86 tall by 32 wide. And then here we have the sides of the bookshelf. So those are 10.5 inches wide by 86 tall. And I have my shelves, which are 30.5 inches wide and 10.5 tall. So yeah, I have all those. So I have about 7 shelves. And I stained the back part last night, and I waited overnight, and then I flipped them, and now I'm staining the front. So I'm going to wait 4 to 6 hours, make sure it's nice and dry, and then we'll put it all together. Yay! I'm so excited. After cutting out your wood, you want to make sure it's nice and clean for staining. After you stain, you want to leave it on about 15 minutes, depending on how dark you want it, and then just wipe it off.
TakeTurns.com.
Then about after 4 to 6 hours, it'll be dry, and then you can wax on and wax off. That's right, more waxing on and waxing off. This is to seal it. Now that it's all dry finally, it's time to put her together. We're starting with the sides of the bookshelf. Nailed it.
TakeTurns.com.
Y'all, as clumsy as I am, I'm surprised you trusted me to do that, but nobody lost fingers, so we're good. Now it's time for the handy dandy shelves for books and whatnot. Now he's just measuring where the shelves will go. They'll be about 12 inches apart. Fun fact, did you know that triangle thing is actually called a square? I guess because it gives you a 90-degree angle, but weird, huh? Yeah, you're good. Remember to make sure when you're nailing in the shelves that the nail doesn't go outside of the shelf. You want to make sure it goes straight into it. Friendly reminder, measure twice, nail once. We're also using the square on the side to line up with the shelf and put the nails in on the side so we know it will go into the shelf. We're also using it to make sure that the shelf will be straight. If you put it down and then just kind of move the shelf into place, it will make it in a complete straight line so it'll be level. If you're wondering what kind of wood we're using an oak plywood and then also a red mahogany stain. Apparently this is a way to cheat because dark wood is a lot more expensive, so touche, Austin. Even though all this crazy stuff is going on in the world, I'm so thankful that I got to spend this time with him, and we got a whole week together. It was awesome. So I'm so glad I got to learn something new and just have fun. He's giving me tips on how to hammer. Ah, screw it.
Line up again. And this line should be directly behind the shelf, but we don't know. We don't know. Need some pressure?
Okay. That's what she said.
Okay, should be seeing anything now.
Nope, I don't see anything. Looking good. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and restain the original bookshelf because if you look, it's a lot lighter than this new one. Because apparently Austin likes to put on a little bit and I like to put on a lot, so I have to restain it. But it's gonna look so good. Of course, we had a cold front right after I stained it, so it took forever to dry, so desperate measures. But the blow dryer actually worked. It made the stain seep out of the grain and then I could wipe it away. And then put a fan on it. Yay!
Wow. So pretty.
I know, right? It fits. It's
so beautiful.
It's so pretty, Daddy.
Oh.
Well, thank you.
Are you looking for a stud? Because I found one.
Watch. And we're gonna put a pun up here.
Good job.
A pun up here.
Good job. Akio Books. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Wednesdays We Craft. This week we made a bookshelf and I love it. Look at it. Oh, I can finally put all my Harry Potters. Yes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have like 4 versions of it. I just keep buying them. Anyway, so I'm pretty excited I get to display all those now. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get a little message every time I upload a video so you don't miss any crafts. I upload every Wednesday and I really appreciate you coming back and watching. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful Wednesday.